up, y'all? It's John Master Lee.
And Lulu.
Oh, and today we got something fun for y'all, especially if you're fans of America's Got Talent. We actually were able to watch the last show live. That's right, live in Los Angeles. So we're going to share with you what that experience is like, because there's a whole bunch of things that most people would never even know.
That's right. I was so happy. I was enjoying my time there, experiencing that kind of experience.
All right, so one of the first things that people ask us is, how did you get tickets to the show? And I'll tell you, it was really easy. Right? You just go online and you just look for these websites that offer tickets to not just America's Got Talent, but a whole bunch of these other shows. And the most amazing thing about it is these tickets are free.
I thought you paid.
No, they're 100% free.
Wow.
And the reason why there's so many of these shows that are free is because these are for live TV tapings, right? It's not a concert per se. And so as a result, these shows, these producers are looking to get a crowd excited. And you have to follow a whole set of rules to participate as an audience. So in many ways, it's like half work, to be honest.
It's not quite free.
Yeah, it's not quite free. They need your warm body in that seat. They need specific types of people who get excited. And so that's why they offer it. So if you happen to live in Los Angeles, a lot of the shows are based there. So when you show up to something like this, make sure you don't bring fancy camera gear, because they will prohibit you from filming anything. Now, I thought this was going to be really, really strict, because they do that also here in Las Vegas when it comes to the clubs and the shows, and they will check your bag. But that wasn't the case for America's Got Talent. Like, I was able to whip out my cell phone and start like kind of secretly filming.
Right.
Like I was just kind of holding here, which is why some of the footage looked just a little shaky. But halfway through, I was like, what the hell? I didn't look like anyone cared, so I just started to film like however I wanted.
I was so scared because I'm like, they're gonna kick you out.
I feel like other people were doing the same thing.
No, none. Just us.
You sure?
Okay, yes, just us.
All right, well, that's why you got this exclusive footage just from us. We put ourselves on the line for you all.
We literally had the phone out and I was reacting to it because John was literally in my face.
You know what? I think it would actually be different if it was a tape show that they would then put on TV maybe months later.
I think so.
And they don't want to give away what ended up happening to the show. But because this was a live broadcast, like I couldn't post it up fast enough because you were literally seeing it the same time we're seeing it. So maybe that's why they didn't care as much.
That's right. Maybe, huh?
All right, so one thing you didn't know, but I discovered this because I actually, halfway through the show, went down to the lower level to check out and film a little bit from down there.
Oh, you were acting like you need to go pee-pee.
Well, I did go pee-pee.
Oh,
and then I went downstairs to check out what the seats down there were like. I found out like a good chunk of the seats in the back, almost like half of them down there, were empty. Because they have huge camera gear in the middle right behind the judges.
Right.
Everything behind those seats, you can't see anything, or it's just a bad view. So they don't give away those seats. You never notice that when they pan the camera around. I also get a feeling like they don't want you to be around that equipment.
The cameras,
the gear,
and
so
important
exactly.
stuff.
So that might be one reason. When you watch these shows, it comes across like they're literally going from one act to the next, and boom, things are just moving along really quickly. But the reality is,
They pre-tape.
they pre-tape some of the stuff, and they have to, because some of the acts take like 20 minutes in between to set up and then to take down.
Yes.
For instance, the ones that had confetti, those are the worst, because once that confetti shoots out of the cannon for the performance, they have to go and sweep that stuff up afterwards, and it takes forever. They're down there with like leaf blowers and suction machines trying to clean it all up.
I was nervous because I was like, oh my God, it looks like the countdown's starting and still there's tons of confetti all over the floor. I was like, are they gonna be able to do this? They're gonna be able to do that.
So yeah, that's really interesting. One thing you don't realize that they do to get the audience so excited.
They have a hype man.
In our show, dude named Chuck. He's like entertainment in himself. He comes out before the show. He's out there entertaining you in between the sets when the commercial break is going on. And he's just hyping everybody up.
He has so much energy in him that he can turn the whole crowd into a crazy crowd.
He has to, because it's 5 hours there. At first I thought, you don't need him, right? The crowd is already hyped. But by hour 3, people are starting to get tired. You can tell. And I'll tell you, he's got a lot of things he can do to get people hyped up. And I thought it was pretty clever. In between every single take, between every single commercial, they're giving out free stuff, including free food.
Free t-shirts.
Oh my god. And then you have these fun contests that he'll do where he'll try to get one audience in a section to scream the loudest and compare it to another section. And he has this one trick, which I swear is a lie. He'll say, you know what, we have a person from the Guinness Book of World Record here. He's gonna tell if we are the loudest audience ever, and you're gonna go to Guinness Book of World Record.
That's crazy.
And he'll keep checking in on him like, all right guy, hey dude, how we doing? He's like, oh my god, this could be it, this could be it. And I'm just thinking, does he do this in every show?
I was also thinking, oh my god, it might be real, so we better scream. And
I tell you, halfway through, I was like, maybe he is real. But I'm thinking, no way, no way.
He's really good at his job, I have to tell you.
Now, when we bring out our judges, I want you guys to go crazy, guys.
So, this raises an interesting question, right? Which is that, are the reactions real?
The reactions are real, but they get you hyped up to level 11.
Chuck even goes to say, look, I just want you to give your honest... Be real, right? If you don't like something, give it a boo. And if you love something, absolutely cheer, right? You would normally never get that excited in front of the camera. It's probably pretty similar to even how we film for YouTube. Because if we just come in and we just woke up and we're having a bad day, it's easy for you to slip into a monotone voice, to kind of look like you're not excited. And the truth is, like, when you're on camera, you just got to realize, no, this is time to be on. It's the real us. It's just on.
We just need
exactly.
to Hey, but it works. It works. Even if you are not that person who likes to scream, cheering, and all that.
When we're making our videos, we got to be each other's hype man, right?
That's right.
why I tell you sometimes, Ludette,
You get mad at me.
Where's your energy, Ludette? Come on. You say you were excited. Let's see that energy.
Well, yeah. Sometimes I just don't want to look like I'm too crazy in front of a camera.
Trust me, I'm pretty sure they already know you full of crazy. So like I said, even though this is a live show, right? You know what I'm saying? Live. The reality is a good chunk of it happens beforehand. That's why we have to get there 3 hours earlier, because they're doing all sorts of different tapings. As an example, when Terry Crews is suddenly up on the balcony and he's giving a presentation of the next act, he's not running up there between the commercials, right? He's pre-taped that, which means that we had to get hyped as if like we already know that next act is coming, even though it's not coming for another hour or so.
That's right.
And so that's the one thing you have to realize, is that you really have to be in it for a long haul. They tell you beforehand, make sure you eat so you're not hungry, which Ludette didn't do, so she was hungry.
I was hungry. I was having headache because I screamed too much.
I told you not to go too crazy.
Yes, we love you, Chris!
It's easy to get caught up in the frenzy, and halfway through,
but that's not
just,
me. That's not me. I like to cheer. Yes! Yes!
You know what it's a lot like? I think it's similar to drinking and partying out at night. Those who don't know how to control their leg, not momentum.
Oh, is that what it is?
You need to have control. You know how to pace yourself.
Pace. That's the word. That's the word. That's right!
Unlike you who gets drunk in the first hour, boom, you're passed out by hour 2 somewhere on the street.
Just like when I throw my party when I graduated and
that's right. And you passed out at your party and you were already out.
That was embarrassing, so don't do that.
Yes! That's right! That's right! In that 2 hours when they go live and it's on TV, everything is happening in real time. So that means that we actually have to sit through the commercial breaks like you do, and there's a clock that's counting down how long the commercial is, which is a little bit stressful because they're constantly tearing the stage down and setting it up, and the performers have to come out and get ready. And as it counts down to like 20 seconds and things are still hustling about, you're like, oh my God, are they going to
be able to finish setting up, or are they going to be able to, like, it's fun watching. I enjoy it.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, there were so many interesting things that was going on that even just this is turning into a long video, just sharing all this with you all. So maybe because I'm also caught up with the show this time and really invested in all the performers.
Yes.
And it just made it that much more fun being there live. So there you guys go. That's what it's really like at these shows. Real happy to bring it all to you all.